Jerry Seinfeld showed up at Duke University and compared the Free Palestine movement to the KKK. Again, Jerry Seinfeld of Seinfeld compared the Free Palestine movement, a movement which is fundamentally about a region, an apartheid region where people live under military occupation, those people having basic human freedoms, rights, and access to democracy. Those people, at least according to the headline, are similar to guys that wear white sheets and try to and want to kill black people because they think it makes them more gooder, more smarter. Let's see what this says. There he is. I mean, what comedians that have aged well? There are some, like, I mean, it's not, I don't love that Bill Burr is doing that weird Saudi funded event comedy festival, but there's, like, older comedians that get good. He has just gotten worse and worse. Actor and comedian Jerry Seinfeld denounced the Free Palestine movement as anti-Semitic. And wait, is it Duke? It says Duke event. Is it a David Duke event or a Duke University event? Surprise appearance at a Tuesday Duke event, linking its rhetoric from the Ku Klux Klan during his introduction of a former Israeli hostage. Pretty reckless. Pretty reckless to equate a movement that is like, and the video that I'm putting out this week is kind of about this, but a movement that has recently notably had spokespeople like Miss Rachel, who says things like "don't starve kids to death," equating that with those who believe in the systemic murder of black people and the supremacy of the white race. That's pretty wild, because as far as I know, no one that's associated with the Free Palestine movement in any real way is a Palestinian supremacist. If anything, they're kind of saying, can we just be people too? Can they just be people too? In a very literal sense. It's like how in the occupied territories and like, the legal rights of Palestinian citizens in Israel, they don't have equal rights. So we're just like, can we just have equal rights? Can we have that? Free Palestine is, to me, just, you're free to say you don't like Jews. Just say you don't like Jews. Again, so many wonderful Jewish people are a part of that movement. Shouts to Not in Our Name and Jewish Voices for Peace and things of that nature. By saying Free Palestine, you're not admitting what you really think. So it's actually, compared to the KKK, I'm actually thinking the Klan is better. I kind of thought the headline would be bad, but then the article would be like, okay, it's not as bad. This is tough. I'm gonna make this bigger, so we're all confronted with this madness. Jerry Seinfeld said, by saying Free Palestine, you're not admitting what you really think. Compared to the Ku Klux Klan, the Klan is actually a little better because they can come right out and say, we don't like blacks, we don't like Jews. Okay, that's honest. You just have to ask yourself, like, clearly this is self-deception. There's no universe where a decently intelligent, not idiotic person can look at the fact, I'm just going to use her as an example because I've been thinking about her for a video, that like Miss Rachel is on TV and the internet crying, talking about the devastation of mass starvation against children. Like, to say that people who are like 60,000 kids are dead, can they not be dead? Can we stop systemically killing people? To look at those folks, I said folks again, to look at those people and say, yeah, no, they actually just want to say that we hate Jews. They're actually just, they're actually less honorable than the KKK. That's offensive. If you're just tuning in or you missed when I said it before, to be clear, Jerry Seinfeld of the show Seinfeld end of one season of Curb Your Enthusiasm, maybe two, has said that the KKK is better than those who are a part of the Free Palestine movement. Keith Giles, someone who is great, and you all should follow his work. Great guy. Said, do we remember that Seinfeld dated a 17-year-old girl when he was in his 30s? Yeah, that wasn't the best, Jerry. Those in glass houses, things of that nature. He made the comments at an event with Omer Shem Tov. I always say names wrong. I apologize. A former Israeli hostage. The event was sponsored primarily by Shabbat at Duke, as well as the Proas Initiative on the Middle East, university centers, and Jewish student groups. His remarks came as part of a brief introduction to the event's moderator. His appearance at the event, which was open only to Duke's student, was not publicized beforehand. Jerry Seinfeld introduced the speaker. He requested his appearance not be announced beforehand because he wanted them to be centered. That's so great. Seinfeld's been a fierce critic of anti-Semitism. Anti-Semitism, that's a bad thing. I can just say that. That's not hard. Check this out, Jerry Seinfeld. I'm going to do an insane thing right now. It's going to break your brain. Free Palestine and anti-Semitism is bad. Don't kill kids and also don't do anti-Semitism. I feel like I can say that, and I feel like I don't have to be KKK adjacent to say that. All power to all people. Democracy is good. I don't know. So yeah, he recounted his trip to call attention to the plight of the hostages. And this it's so weird, the thing that's happening with the weaponization of hostages, as again, our brains do this weird thing where it always has to be some binary thing, like that somehow if you want kids to not starve to death, it means you don't care about hostages or something. But yeah, that sucks. Nothing else to say than that sucks. And old comedians keep doing this. Older comedians keep doing this sort of thing. And I think it is bad. And I think it is bullshit. And I think it's very unfunny.